Can we talk about some real shit for a second? In 2019, I plan on being much more personal with what's going on with me in my personal life as a real estate investor, as a business owner, as a human, so you can see what's really going on in my day-to-day life. And by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram at Piche, why the heck not? That's where I post a lot of my day-to-day life, my private deals, things that I'm doing on a daily basis, so you can see what I'm actually doing as a real estate investor. It's much easier for me to do that on Instagram, just the way it's built, rather than on YouTube where I gotta edit everything. It takes a lot of time. So follow me on Instagram if you're not following me yet. But the purpose of this video is to talk about a very, very important topic to me, something that affects a lot of real estate investors and a lot of people generally, and that is comparing yourself, looking up to other real estate investors and entrepreneurs who look like they're crushing it on social media and online marketing. This is something I'm guilty of as well, right? I show a lot of the good in my business, but I also really try to show what's going on in my personal life. It's why I post all my travel videos. You know, I do messages from the places I'm traveling, etc. So you can see the real me a little more. But I plan to do that a lot more in 2019. I really want you guys to know me. We can connect a lot more. But this is a mistake that a lot of people make and that I make so much. It's pretty well my biggest problem in business, and something I'm working on a lot with my personal life coach is not to compare myself, because I see these other real estate investors, and I know so many real estate investors personally, right, who are fucking crushing it in business. I'm talking making 30 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, $150,000 a month, right? So we look up to these people and we say, oh man, like, I'm a piece of shit, right? They're doing 15, 20, 25, 30 deals a year, right? I'm only doing 6 or 10 deals a year. There was a time when I was only doing 1 deal a year, right, etc. I'm thinking, man, I'm a piece of shit compared to these people. They're crushing it. Their life must be amazing. That right there is the biggest problem, because yes, they're making a lot of money, right? Money is important, right? We all know that. I love money. You guys know I love money. But for the better reasons, I think, because the whole reason why I invest in real estate is to travel to places like this, like Hawaii, right? You're probably wondering where I am, why the hell isn't there snow around me, right? We spent 2 weeks in Hawaii. We're going home today. This right here is why I invest in real estate, so I can live the life that I want to live, right? No shirt, no shoes, on the land. We're staying on a 4-acre farm, actually. There's just fruit trees everywhere. There's a coconut tree, if I can line it up properly, right about there where we get all of our coconuts from every morning. Awesome. This is why I invest in real estate. This is why I use the money. This is why I like money. Well, not perfect, obviously, but this is the reason why I like real estate invest. So I can work on my relationships. I can get the body that I want. I want the whole package: wealth, health, love, and relationships. It's not all about just money and cash flow. Getting off topic here. But we see these people making all of this money. We think, man, I'm a piece of shit. Their life must be amazing. Is it? Do you know them personally? Do you know what the whole picture looks like? Not just money. Money's not the end all and be all. Money's important so we can do stuff like this, but it's not the biggest, most important aspect of life. The whole packages. For me, that's what I want in my life. I don't just want a lot of money and to be miserable, have a shitty relationship with Rachel or my husband or my wife, whatever you're doing watching this video, right? I want the whole package: health, wealth, love, happiness. I want it all. That's why I invest in the properties that we do, right? Single family mainly. Going back again, I'm going off topic, I'm going on a little bit of a rant here. Do you know these people personally? What does their life look like before you put them up on a pedestal? The second you put someone up on a pedestal, that's a bad rabbit hole to go down, because you're trying to compete with something you don't even know. So a lot of people that I know, or that I know or follow, right, make a lot of money, you'll find out the more you become bigger in real estate, the more you become an influencer on social media, etc. You'll meet more and more people, and a lot of people I know or I don't know, or I know indirectly. To me, it doesn't look like they have the whole package. I've seen the way some people live, I know the way other people live, etc. All they do is work, 12, 15 hours a day, every single day, which is something I do as well. I work way too much. It's a bit of a problem, but I love what I do. It doesn't feel like work to me. I love what I do. I love real estate investing. But some of these people have such a big business, such a big empire, because they're crushing it, right? Making so much money. They need to have such a big business. Sorry, there's a couple of wild boars back there, which is they're actually very dangerous in Hawaii. It's a big problem they have here. And there's like a whole family back there, so I don't want to get too close. But some of these people who are making so much money, do they have the body that you want? Do they have the relationships that you want? Do they make the money that you want? Are they happy with their lives? Do you know that for a fact? Do you know all the answers to those questions? If you don't follow these people and look up to them so much. How can you compete with something you don't know, which is the biggest problem? But like I said, the more and more I meet people that I once looked up to so much, and I meet them, I work with them, I realize very quickly, man, they're not living the life that I want to live. They're working way too much. They're never able to travel to Hawaii or Costa Rica or wherever because they're so fucking busy building this crazy empire that they're stuck in rinky-dink, Ontario, Canada, which is where I'm from, or they're stuck in Boston or Connecticut or whatever 12 months a year. They don't have the time to even enjoy the fruits of their labor, right? They make so much money, 100 grand, 150 grand, 200 grand a month or whatever as an entrepreneur or real estate investor, yet they don't even have the time or the willingness to play, to have fun, to enjoy the fruits of their labor. That's not the life I want to live. That's not what I'm preaching on this channel. I've been talking about this message for a long time. I'm going to talk about it way more in 2019. Time equals wealth. A lot of people talk about money. Cash flow is king. It's all about the money. I'm investing in these properties because they give me so much money. It's not about the money, man. I'm telling you, time equals wealth. You want more time to enjoy life. Travel the world. If that's not your thing, go skydiving, go scuba diving, whatever your thing is. Ours is traveling. We love seeing the world, and real estate investing allows us, and the type of real estate investing that we're doing allows us to travel the world and do what we want, right? We've been here for 2 weeks. How many phone calls do you think I received from my tenants for about problems, non-payment of rent, broken shit, the repairs that need to be made, etc.? Now, I own 19 properties. 19 individual properties with, I don't know what I'm at, 30, 40 doors now in total. A lot of tenants. How many phone calls do you think I got in 2 weeks while we were here? Zero. None. It's been quiet. It's been dead. That's why I invest in the properties that I do, mainly single family properties or very high quality multifamily properties in Kitchener-Waterloo. That's all I do. I don't go anywhere else. A lot of these investors who are building this crazy empire, who are crushing it, right, financially, and making all this money, they're investing 3 hours over there, they're investing 2 hours over there, they're investing over there, they got properties in their hometown, this whole giant empire. They're so busy. That's why they can't go travel the world and do what they want. I don't know if you guys can hear the river. This river runs through the whole property. It's the coolest sound ever. When we're sleeping at night, you can hear it. It's awesome. But that's the problem. You look up to these investors and you don't know the whole package. They're not living the whole perfect package in my mind. So that's the message I'm sending in 2019 and beyond, is time equals wealth. This is why I invest in the properties that I do. This is why my partners invest with me in the properties that we do, so we can all have fun and do wonderful things like this and not get phone calls all the time about tenants not paying rent, breaking shit, etc. This is why I do not invest in student properties. I do not invest in Airbnb properties. I do not invest in bullshit multifamily crappy properties in small towns because it makes more money and has more cash flow. It's not for me. Can you make money and retire quicker from those high cash flowing properties? 100% you can. But you're gonna have more problems, more headaches, more things are gonna come up, much more management, less time to do this, go to the beach, hang out, etc. You're dealing with too much shit all the time with your property managers. Not for me. Like I said, can you make money and do that? Could I retire much faster if I invested in those properties? 100% I could. 100% I could. But when I do retire, which is about 5 to 7 years, it's gonna look like this, baby. Out in nature, no shirt, no shoes, Hawaii living, free living, freedom. That's what I want. And all the people who kind of look at my strategy and go, your properties only cash flow $100 a month? Are you kidding me? That's bullshit. Just wait in a couple years. Those single family properties appreciate so fast, the rents increase so much. So yeah, it's a long-term business. I'm thinking long-term, and that's the problem. A lot of the real estate investors that preach cash flow, cash flow, cash flow, retire in 1 year, right? It's a great strategy. I know a lot of investors doing those strategies and they're fucking crushing it as well. But for me, I'm thinking so long-term. I don't know what their business is gonna look like in 5, 7, 10 years. I have a good idea of what it's gonna look like. Still a bunch of bullshit running around. But when I do it in 10 years from now, it's gonna be so boring, and stress-free. You guys heard me say this so many times. I want my real estate business to be boring as hell. I want my accountant to do my taxes every year and go, oh my God, these taxes are so boring. Your tenants paid rent every single month on time, no repairs the whole year, boring. That's what I want. I want my business to be boring so that I can have fun in my personal life. I use real estate to have fun in my personal life. Anyway, I ranted a lot in this video. The main message is do not put other real estate investors or entrepreneurs on a pedestal. The second you do that, it is a bad rabbit hole. Learn the whole picture if you're gonna do that. If you like an investor, follow them, cool. Use the strategies, look up to them, that's cool. But don't idolize them until you know them personally. Again, what does their health look like? What does their body look like? What does their relationships look like? What does the finances actually look like? What does the freedom and happiness in their life look like? If it checks all the boxes and that's what you want, go for it. If all you care about is money, 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 I don't care if I have a shitty relationship with my wife or husband, as long as I make 100 grand a month. Don't follow me, unsubscribe. I'll see you in the next video.